Welcome race fans to the historic Wheel Hop Speedway, a paperclip-shaped bull ring inspired by the legendary Martinsville Speedway in Ridgeway, Virginia. At just a half a mile, this place demands precision, patience, and plenty of bump and run action, only going as far as 2 wide, maybe even 3 wide if you get lucky. "30 drivers are ready to fight out in 3 stages, 5 laps each, tight corners, hard braking, and no room for error, with a few drivers having this race being their first ever race in the Piston Cup. We have got a good roster set up for today's race, with many vets returning for another season, a few rookies, and some coming from the NASCAR Cup Series to get a taste of what it is in the Piston Cup. Hello, I'm Taylor. I'll be your commentator for this afternoon's race at the Retread 450. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top 5 drivers that will be participating in today's race. Sitting in the pole position for today's race, in first place position, number 24, Brick Yardley, racing for Vitaline. He dominated all weekend at practice here at Wheel Hop. He will be starting from the pole position as he won 3 championships with his team in the last 9 years in the Piston Cup. Starting in second, number 12, Ryan Inside Laney, a short track specialist. He has won 3 championships in racing in the NASCAR circuit and is looking for his first win in the Piston Cup. Starting in third, number 22, Joey Gogo Logano, aggressive but precise, and has also won 3 championships in the NASCAR circuit and is looking to see how well he will do for today's race. Starting in fourth, number 28, Tim Treadless, racing for Nitroade. Smooth and consistent, a driver who thrives on strategy at tracks like this. And placing fifth, starting for today's race, everyone's fan favorite race car, number 95, Lightning McQueen. The fan favorite brings grit and muscle to today's showdown with over 7 Piston Cup wins. Can he take it home to Radiator Springs for an 8th Piston Cup this season? Let's find out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting grid for today's race. It looks like the cars are ready to go out to the track to warm up their tires and to prepare for the green flag. With this paperclip shaped track, less than a mile racetrack, this will give all the drivers a chance to see what they have on these tight corners going into turns 1 and 3, either going 2 wide or going very chance with a 3 wide maneuver. Another thing with this is the entrance into pit road is not going to be easy at all. So drivers need to be careful entering and exiting pit road with the tight turn going out of turn 1. Officials right now are clocking the pit road speeds. It's going to be 35 miles per hour is the limit here. Go 1 mile over, it's a drive-through penalty and a black flag. Everyone is looking clean so far, and they're checking their diagnostics to get ready for this race as we open at the Retread 450 at Wheel Hop Speedway. The cars look like are now exiting pit road after checking their pit speed and getting into groups 2 on the backstretch here to get ready for this race. The pace car is pulling into the pits as cars come in and out of turns 3 and 4 as we get ready for the Retread 450 in the first race of the Piston Cup season. Green flag is out in boogity boogity boys, let's go racing at Wheel Hop Speedway. Number 24 jumps to the lead as the 28 of Tim Treadless tucks in behind. Lightning McQueen tries to squeeze in on the inside behind Brick Yardley. Cam Spinner in the 31 makes a nice maneuver cutting off Eugene Karpareski. The 36 trying to catch a draft behind the 64. Awesome lead coming off the backstretch as Ryan inside laning tries to pass Brick Yardley on the inside. They're coming around turn 3, turn 4 here. Awesome passes from the 42 of Cal Weathers. Jackson Storm coming in on the inside as well. Seems like the back of the pack is just trying to stay organized here now. As we come into lap 2, Brick Yardley still holds the lead. Lightning McQueen in the 95 tries to squeeze between Ryan inside laney and Bobby Swift. Ryan inside laney squeezes right by Lightning McQueen and going into the 3rd place position as everyone is holding out on their spots. As Ryan inside laney is fighting for the 2nd place position here as well. Bubba Wheelhouse squeezes on the outside, leading Clutch Aid to go through. The 84 squeezes, closing off Eugene Karpareski. Oh no! Oh no, Winford in the 64 gets loose. As we go into lap 3 now, it looks like all the drivers are going to try and go 3 wide to get a faster chance at getting higher spots. Drivers need to be careful here because it's very tight on the front and back straightaway. Cam Spinner seems to hit the 11 but manages to save it here. Tim Treadless and the other 3 leaders are holding out the lead. It looks like Brick Yardley stays loose a little bit but still manages to hold on here. Almost up on the backstretch, Parker Brinkson and Dino Drafsky getting loose on the backstretch. All the other drivers seems to manage to clear just fine without any further collision here. Caution flag has not come out yet and the green flag is still in the air. They're coming around the final turn here as the green white checkered flag is out. Lightning McQueen's going to try and get 3rd place here as we close out stage 1. And it looks like Tim Treadless is our stage 1 winner for this race in stage 1 at the Retread 350. As the pace car comes out as we close into stage 1, some of our drivers are going to come into the pits to get some new tires and gas. There's a lot of communication with the number 19 Octane Gain team with Bobby Swift here. There are some technical issues that still hasn't been resolved when they were at practice. So our next gen driver, number 19 Danny Suarez, who raced in the NASCAR Cup Series, is going to take his place for the remainder of this race. He has overall a couple wins within the Piston Cup. This is going to be his 4th season racing for the Piston Cup. His stats against the other drivers is one of the most record-breaking finishes in the past couple years on top of Jackson Storm. It also looks like Cal Weathers in the 42 racing for Dynaco is being told to come into the pits as well, due to some technical issues at the start of the race. Taking his spot is going to be number 51, Cruz Ramirez, who has a two winning streak in the Piston Cup and started racing for Rusty's in the 2017 Florida 500. Later was signed on to Dynaco under Tex Dynaco, who owns Rusty's and Dynaco today. Both drivers, Danny Suarez and Cruz Ramirez, are going to enter the track, taking Bobby Swift and Cal Weathers' spot as we start into Stage 2, Lap 7 of the Retread 350 at Wheel Hop Speedway. The pace car is now entering into the pits as these cars come out of turns 3 and 4 as we start Stage 2 of today's race. The green flag is out and Stage 2 of today's race has started. 2810 Treadless takes an early lead here. Seems like everyone's tightening up going into 3 wide here. Eugene Karbereski takes an early advantage. As we come into turns 1 and 2, it seems like it's very tight going into 3 wide here. Lightning McQueen takes the 3rd place position and going into 2nd. Unbelievable move here. It looks like the 79 of Hall Ingas is being told to come into the pits because something was missed during inspection. Our new rookie next-gen driver, Eric Unrolling, in the number 10 is going to be taking Hall Ingas' spot for the remainder of today's race. As we enter lap 8 here, Eric Unrolling is entering the track as quick as he can, while the cars remaining a 3 wide position for more strategic moves and lots of draft speeds. Eric Unrolling enters the track as quick as possible so he avoids a loss of lap penalty here. Cruz Ramirez takes the inside lane as she gains 2 new spots. Danny Suarez in the 19 is slicing through traffic and gaining lots of positions like there's no tomorrow. As Cruz Ramirez trails right behind him, gaining more spots as well. Seems like Piston Cup officials are marking the black flag against Eugene Karbereski in the number 36. Ryan Inside Laney takes the lead position as we enter lap 9 in today's race. Lightning McQueen slowly loses positions but manages to hold on. As we enter turns 1 and 2, all these drivers are going to go for a 2 wide to have a more safer way of going through traffic as we enter the backstretch. Ryan Inside Laney holds the leading lap here. Seems like there's an open window and Danny Suarez takes it, passing Joey Gogo Logano. We got contact on turns 3 and 4. The 117 and 39 have made contact, hitting the wall. These drivers are being very careful as they avoid the wreck. This is very tight here, so the driver's going to go 1 wide here. Entering the final lap of Stage 2, Ryan Inside Lady manages to hold out the leading lap here. It's going to be a drag race to the finish of Stage 2. Who is going to make it? Cruz Ramirez gains a few more positions as well. There's going to be an open gap here between the cars in the middle of the pack here. William Byrev is doing good, passing Dino Dravsky. And the winner is, for Stage 2, looks like it's going to be Ryan Inside Laney in the 12. Unbelievable stage 2 here. And it's another stage win for Ryan Inside Laney in his Piston Cup career. Looking to keep your engine running smooth and your tires turning strong? Ka-chow. When I need a boost that's natural, I tank it with fiber fuel to keep me racing. Fiber fuel is the all-natural wheat-powered energy that keeps your tank clean, your drive strong, and your ride smoother than ever. Be on the lookout for Gogo Logano driving the 22 in today's race. We are currently down here on pit road as drivers Lightning McQueen, Cruz Ramirez, Danny Suarez, and Rowdy Revin Bush are going to come into the pits for a fresh set of tires and fuel. With the 7-time Piston Cup champion, Lightning McQueen, he has managed to hold the top 5 lead throughout this race here at Wheelhop Speedway for the Retread 350. He's done very well with some of his tactics and strategies with the legend crew chief himself, Doc Hudson, known as the Fabulous Hudson Hornet, as he raced in the 1951 Piston Cup. Danny Suarez in the 19 racing for Octane Gain, who earlier driver swapped from Bobby Swift earlier in this race. He has managed to reach from the bottom of the pack all the way up to nearly the top 10. He's been doing very good these past couple seasons as Bobby Swift took his place last season due to some technical issues. But Danny Suarez managed to recover from his injuries and is able to come back out onto the track. Let's see if he'll do well for the rest of this race. Cruz Ramirez racing for her 3rd season in the Piston Cup under Dynaco, under a new number 51 dedicating to the Fabulous Hudson Hornet as Doc Hudson retired. She raced for Rusty's for her first season in the Florida 500 back in 2017. She later signed with Dynaco under Tex Dynaco as he bought out both Rusty's and Dynaco. She has won 2 Piston Cup championships in the last 4 years she's been racing. Let's just hope she manages to hold on and win another championship. Rowdy Revin Bush racing for Hostile Takeover Bank in the number 18. Hostile Takeover Bank is one of our returning sponsors in the Piston Cup. The last time it was run in the Piston Cup was Chick Hicks during the 2006-2007 season. Rowdy Revin Bush is racing for the first time in the Piston Cup while he's currently driving in the NASCAR Cup Series. Let's just hope he doesn't have a reputation of wrecking other drivers and driving dirty out on the track just like Chick Hicks did when he used to race. The pace car is pulling into the pits as we open with our 3rd and final stage of the Retread 350 here at Wheelhop Speedway as we start lap 11 out of 15. Green flag is out for the final stage. Only 5 laps left and the top 5 are nose to tail. Eric Almirola takes the lead while Lightning McQueen opens the door for 3rd place. Drivers are entering turns 1 and 2 as the top 4 drivers are taking a fast and early lead in this stage. Some of these drivers here that have 20 plus experience of racing on the field have plenty of experience racing on short tracks like this. But most of our rookie drivers, especially these next gens, have little to no experience racing on short tracks like this. Jackson Storm takes a few more positions, getting ahead of Tim Treadless and Brick Yardley. Coming into lap 12 here, Ryan Inside Laney takes an early lead, but Parker brakes and slams the door on Eric Almirola. The curves are sharp, but we don't swerve. We're focused William Byrev manages to get a draft lead passing Chip Gearings. The number 19 of Danny Suarez is passing cars like there's no tomorrow, gaining more and more positions here on the backstretch. Here's an exclusive onboard drive cam with the number 51 racing for Dynaco, Cruz Ramirez. She manages to get past Bubba Wheelhouse as she gets to the top 10 positions, while these other drivers enter turns 3 and 4. Lightning McQueen takes a 4th place spot on the inside. Danny Suarez takes the inside, and Cruz Ramirez takes on the outside. Managed to get a few spots. These drivers here are entering turns 3 and 4, going too wide so they don't hit the inside barrier or get loose. As we enter lap 13, Parker Brakeson still holds the lead for these laps. Tim Treadless manages to open the door while Danny Suarez and Lightning McQueen manage to find open spots to gain more positions. Big wreck in turn 2, the 84 gets loose, hitting Claude Surges in the 52. He hits the inside barrier. All the other cars are trying to avoid it. Eugene Karpareski in the 36 and Winfred Bradford Rutherford in the 64 gets loose, getting collected. Very bad wreck out here. Unfortunate. All the other cars out here with emergency services are going to try and clean up the mess. While the cars are getting a fresh new set of tires, filling up on fuel, let's go ahead and talk about these NASCAR drivers that are participating with us and the Piston Cup. Next up, Rowdy Revan Bush racing for Hostile Takeover Bank. Yet another brand that is revived from 2008. One of our most famous drivers racing under that company was Chick Hicks, with his first Piston Cup win in 2006. Rowdy Revan Bush has 3 wins overall in his career. He has 59 top 10s placements, and he's one of the more of the aggressive drivers on the track. Make sure to look out for him for today's race. Ryan Inside Laney, racing for Blinker. He has 24 wins overall in his racing career, 178 top 10s. His nickname, Inside, refers to him getting placements on going on the inside to gain more speed. Eric Almiroling, he is also reviving another brand that hasn't been on the track since 2008. That is Retread. This is his second race in the Piston Cup circuit. Carson Ace Dillon, racing for Sidewall Shine. This is his first ever Piston Cup race. He started racing back in 2014. And he is reviving the Sidewall Shine brand since 2008. This is going to be very interesting if he puts off a win for today's race. Bubba Wheelhouse, he has 9 wins overall in his racing career. He has 136 top 10s and has had 7 crew chiefs in his years of racing. Wow. William Byrev, he has 12 wins in his racing career. He has 117 top 10s overall, and he is one of the friendliest drivers around on and off the track. Joey Go-Go Logano, he is a 3-time NASCAR champion, and his first race in the Piston Cup was in Ornament Valley 400. Looks like the track's all cleared up and the pace car is going to pull into the pits as we open on lap 14 with only 2 laps to go at Wheel Hop Speedway for the Retread 350. Right inside Laney in the number 12 takes the lead once again with the number 3 at his tail. Some of these drivers are trying to go very tight on 3 wide over here on the front stretch. Some of these drivers are going too wide here on turns 1 and 2. while some are getting a few more spots open. Winford, Bradford, Rutherford takes a few more spots. Cruz Ramirez cuts off Tim Treadless, getting that 4th position spot here. Jackson Storm is on Daniel Suarvez's tail. Lap 15, the final lap, and the white flag is out. Cruz Ramirez opens on the inside lane, closing off Parker Braxton as she gets the 2nd position right on Ryan inside Laney's tail in the 12. Everyone's going to drive very chaotic on this final lap here. Let's just hope a yellow flag doesn't come out. Coming on turns 1 and 2, Cruz Ramirez holds that 1st position lead as Ryan inside Laney tries to gain back the leading lap here. They're on the backstretch. Cruz Ramirez and Ryan inside Laney are fighting for that 1st position spot. It's nose to nose. It's a drag strip on the backstretch. Only less than a quarter of a mile to who wins the Retread 350. These drivers are entering turns 3 and 4. It's getting very tense. Who's going to win it? And the winner is Cruz Ramirez. Parker Braxton spins out on the open stretch here. What a very amazing last lap. Awesome to see. What a great race. It looks like the Dynaco team is very happy for yet another win for the Piston Cup. Cruz Ramirez is going to spin one out for the crowd as she gets her 5th Piston Cup here at the Retread 350 of the 2025 Piston Cup season. That was a tough race out there. With the Martinsville style of racing, it's all about patience and muscle within the tight corners. And today we had the ability to have both. Hats off to my crew, Team Dynaco. Couldn't have done it without them. Thanks, you guys. What a race. 30 drivers, 3 stages, 2 minor wrecks, and a massive crash, and a few driver swaps as well. The fans got a show today here at Wheelhop Speedway. Thanks for watching this rendition of the Piston Cup. I am Taylor, your commentator, and signing off. Have a good day, everyone.